Ну что ж, продолжим. А что тут какая есть? Ну, кстати, можно, наверное, на сверхновой играть. Ничего не поменяется. Наверное. Так. Что за задание? По-моему, это то же самое, что и там. Та база.
Let's hope we don't have to run in a hurry.
А ты кто?
You know, when they posted us here, I told them there wasn't any point. Nobody would be so stupid as to fly to the ass end of the colony for this derelict. Shows how much I know. You've got about 5 seconds to tell me what you're doing here before I make you take a walk outside.
Yeah.
Explode? Holy shit.
Все здесь
All right.
пугливы.
You'll want a uniform so my staff doesn't shoot you on sight. They're a dangerous mix of bored and trigger happy. We've got a few extra in the old badge station to my right. Good luck.
What?
Да, придется... Фак. Не, можно, конечно, тут прям с боями с дикими пройти. А, мне взломать. Класс. Тут, конечно, уровень взлома нужен, мама, не горюй. Ну и что мне делать? Да-да-да-да-да-да. Да-да-да-да-да-да. М. Блин, батареи включили, на улице жара, не батареи включили. Ну как так-то, а? Меня это раздражает. М. Вы мне что-то не нравитесь. А, он такой же абсолютно, да? Так, вопрос. А как бы мне его взломать? Я хочу брать штатный режим. А, понятно.
I would have just broken it.
А, я не успеваю, я не успеваю, я не успеваю.
Intruder alert. Error. Hope crew data not found. Identify yourself. Error. Paradox protection protocols have prevented me from registering your stated identification. Please report to your nearest mechanical engineer.
А я же за этим нахожусь. Интересно.
Poor bastards. They're never gonna wake up. The least we could do is bury them.
Здесь у меня тут кнопка.
hearing me, Captain? I have...
По трупу уже. Но ты светская скотина. Все.
Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
That does it. I'm never ever getting in one of those pods.
То есть я не единственный, кто проснулся, да? Что тут натворили-то, люди добрые? Еще жопа какая-то. А, я думал, рычаг.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him. Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do.
Ну давай.
Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing up. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4.01% certain we will not die. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved?
Да, смешно.
Jump starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
In case I don't get another chance to say it, It's been interesting, Captain.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the hope in 3, 2, 1.
No.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends. Yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
Даже любопытно. Сейчас так взрыв в конец игры. Да, конечно, прыгать от в астероидных далеко. Конечно, вообще...
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Ugh. I feel like my stomach's still back where the ship used to be. I need a hard drink and a long nap.
Так, что я подобрал-то? Фигня. 1250. Так, что у тебя тут? На. Надо разобрать, выкинуть нахер. Не кислотный.
These were the private quarters of the Hope's former crew. Shall we hold a moment of silence for the dearly departed? No? That's odd, because my programming would indicate that when forced to confront the idea of self-death, organics prefer... Oh, I see. Yes, never mind.
At least no one's gonna mind if we take their stuff.
Так, и как мне теперь отсюда выйти без палева? Не размахивая пушкой у всех на виду, а?
Okay. On my way.
Не хочу с перестрелками проходить.
What?
Валиваем. Что он сюда вперед?
Huh. Guess I'm getting paranoid.
Да, паранойя. Именно она. Сами зайдут.
Sure.
Heading back.
На-на-на. Я хорош. Мать вашу, я чертовски хорош. Подожди, а куда мне надо? Или сюда мне надо? Я не помню, куда мне надо. Вон мне в ту дверь надо. Я бегу не в ту дверь. Вот у меня это сволочь, а. Только Элли до меня не дошло.
Incoming! Take him down! Take him down!
Ну, это в самом конце. В самом, мать его, в конце. Ладно. Я чертовски хорош.
Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
The board is here. They've found me somehow. They're about to blast my door open. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain everything. But there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible? How can I be of assistance? I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Как скажешь, родная, как скажешь. Ну, пошли устроим по стрелушке. Блин, до сих пор еще
Now
здесь.
arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Пошли воевать, девочки мои. Блин, команда баб. Один мужик и один робот. Ха. Как прям поиск военкомат. Актуальненько. Нравятся мне эти хрустки.
going?
Его казнят, ему это нафиг не надо. Блин, красиво. В одиночестве, но красиво. А ты кто? Тут был командир? Любопытно. Такого не бывает. Так, давай-ка... Давай вот это, у меня что-то инженер всех минус 62 всего. Тут 113, здесь 67, здесь 80. Сейчас сюда бананы, конечно. Коллеги бросить вызов? Да мы ее снесем. Ну, может, мы это меньше людей убьем. Они, наверное, тогда были. Я просто мимо пробежал них. Пуля! Резвый.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down? Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Well, folks, I ain't exactly keen on busting into a prison, but riddling bored stooges with bullets does sound like a ride and a half.
I'm not one for pointless heroism, but the board's gonna be after us next. We gonna finish what we started?
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
It's a torment, Captain. Think on the deepest, darkest pit you can imagine and wrap it up in a storm so nasty it'll peel the skin right off your bones. That's Tartarus. Still, we can't do nothing. It wouldn't be right.
The armed surveillance protocols on a maximum security prison planet are highly sophisticated. As such, escapes are historically quite impossible and deadly. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard. And I mean that as a compliment.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
Я так и не нашел одного
You're
члена
asking for
экипажа.
more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds,
Конечно,
that
мать
you will be
твою.
successful.
If we don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Я что-то подозреваю, что я кого-то ведь не брал. Мне кто-то не понравился, и я его не стал брать. Мне кажется, это он. Ладно, полетели, всех расстреляем, пока. Ну, я сначала сюда хочу слетать, я просто здесь ни разу и не был. Смотрю, что это.
You're some sort of freelancer?
Я, кажется, понял. Я здесь был. Разные города видно. Ладно, все, пора.
Crew report. Bioka is drunk.
Пошли, так. А у меня нету это дополнения, не покупал их.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows. 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy.
Сейчас у вас будет мясо.
You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed. I wager it'll take a bit longer than it takes you to lose your patience and storm out of your ship looking to get shot. To be honest, that'd make my job a lot easier. You come out, we shoot you full of holes, and then everyone goes about their day worry-free. Except you. You'll be dead. Protocol is important, ma'am. The sentencing of one crime does not preclude the sentencing of another, technically speaking. Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Looks like you're gonna have company at the execution. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. How can I be of assistance? Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
Пошли мясо устраивать. Я буду крошить тут всех. Ух, сейчас мы тут прям вообще прям такие тра-та-та-та-та-та-та. Кишки, мясо, руки, ноги в разные стороны, возможно, наши. Эти враги. А кто это? А кто вы? А кто вы? А кто? Давай, на. Да, тут. Так, понял, подожди.
Captain did the board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I push on, Mardat. We're done here. What was that? Open fire! Make him ready.
О, подожди. Блин. Да. А это не могу даже взломать. Вот тут серьезно, ребята-то. Держись, братуха. Какого хера умерла, а? Так. Так, ну, зашли. Я думаю, что зашли мы хорошо. Всего лишь, что умерла одна. Ребят, вас, наверное, надо потяжелее оборону к вам сделать. 32, а у тебя какая броня? Так, понятно, у тебя надо сильнее бронить. 33. Снаряжение. Так, разобрать. Разобрать. Понятно. Вес 1. Чё себе. 141. Чё у тебя тут? 33, 41. 33. 33. У тебя какая броня? 33. Четыре. Панелечка тебе надо. Ладно, ты мне хочется красивенько, чтобы выглядел.
Walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Про врагов вижу.
Nice of them to leave us a few options.
Но мы будем за собой оставлять только смерть. Любопытно. Хера себе. Бой, секундочку. Да ты сдохнешь, нет? Убил. Ты жив, ты жив? Это было стрёмно и тяжело. Так, мне нужно более мощное оружие. Так, во-первых, мне надо их все починить. Угу. 300 это херня. Вот это пока возьму. Подожди, а тут еще снайперка у меня, по-моему, была или нет? Это нахер. 125. Что там? Да. Не такой уж я и Рэмбо, как я ожидал. Да, как я ожидал. Не такой я Рэмбо, как я думал. Может быть, стоит, да, повыполнять задание. Это 629. Давай вот это пока. Блин, нет. Давай это. Ты это сделал?
I'm walking into a prison. They lock me up. I'm liable to kill every. Trying to get back out.
Getting in's one thing. Let's just hope we're able to get out again. Nice of them to leave us a few options.
Я думал, я Рэмбо.
They're on us. Find it, Captain.
Ай, стоп.
Here we go!
Кто?
Incoming!
Еще раз, да? Ты скотина. Что в меня опять попало? Ты, сучёныш, а вот так вот, вот? Давай вот так вот. Мы сейчас все здесь зачистим. А вообще живых никого не останется, я всех убью. Я не кровожадный. Просто не люблю, когда... У-у-у. Собака. Да хватит бухать уже, воюй.
Fair mistake.
Веселуха, как говорится, поперла. Нихера себе. Стоп, подожди. Мне кажется, ты не шторм, не буря. И вообще ты тут не раз уже умерла. Все, все забрал? Нет, мы живы здесь. Никто не должен в живых остаться. Не то чтобы я был очень агрессивным. Просто любой, кто останется в живых, может потом в тыл уйти и убить меня. Давай. Труп уже долетел на меня. Продать, давай продадим. Во-первых, что мне надо продать? Это оставить нахер. Нахер. Ой. Хрень. Кстати, рарная броня, надо было бы оставить. Так. Четыре. 32. 49. Вот здесь мы оружием сейчас, наверное, пасемся. Надеюсь. Не ожидал, да? Не ожидал? Честно говоря, не знаю, что прокачивать-то. Может, мне что пригодится. Тюрьма — это, конечно, вещь хорошая. Как минимум полезно. Стоп.
I'm working as fast as I can, all right? If y'all would quit bothering me, I'd get this done sooner. Is that a joke? Y'all call me out to fix the FPS and now you're asking me who I am? Whatever. I need to fix this before I get in trouble, so stop bothering me. Forced pacification system. If the prisoners riot, we gas them. It went a little haywire after the last deployment, so here I am. Anyway, I need to finish this, so get out of here, will you?
Так, нет, ты не должна это делать. Потому что если ты ее доделаешь, есть шанс, что ты ее запустишь. Хотя могут быть и проблемы. Ядрён батон, ничего себе тут. Боеприпасы нам пригодятся. Надеюсь, тебе понравилось? Привет. Что у меня еще за навыки? Да. Так. Просто в школе я тут в мясо иду. Стрелять бы надо получше. Ну как, ребят, нравится? Ну, база такая сейчас. Я надеюсь, тебе понравится. Если не патроне. Что? На кой черт ты сюда поднялся? Понравилось? О, а вот это мне не нравится. Их что-то тут много. Что она в бой-то идет? Совсем забыл я про... Блин, тут еще один стоит. Давай снаряжение починим. Та-та-та. Так, что это у меня? 198. Ну, это больше все равно. Что это такое? А давай это что-то тут. Ну, бери вот это лучше. А, не могу я тебе это дать? Я это не могу дать, да? Во-первых, 340 это мало. Это лучше. Лучше. А почему я тебе не могу дать? Почему ты... У тебя науки нету, что ли, на это? Так, это плохо. Еще кто-то остался жив. Давай почитаем.
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. Ah, and the wayward doctor. Are you about done with your escapades? We have faces that need lifting, after all.
These days, I'm more interested in breaking them. Wouldn't mind taking a swing at yours.
Ah, I knew I smelled Monarch when you lot walked in. The stench of sulfur, depression, and desperate bravado
Ты что-то больно смелый для чувака, который
Keep
сейчас
talking,
отведает
you'll be smelling iron.
говна.
Ain't nobody so important I won't put a bullet in him.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens. My word! You've correctly identified the most recognizable man in the colony. Remarkable. It's a wonder what Phineas saw in you. Then again, he's an insane person. Thankfully, he's our insane person now. A proper company man.
Here we go!
Давай. Может, ты известный. Был известным, умер неизвестным. А, я тут всех убил. Да. А это ты? Бля, я уже думал враг. Сорямба. Сорямба. Всегда надо перезаряжаться после стрельбы. Ту-ту-туру-туру-туру. Так, блин, я ведь... Меня чуть не убили. Да блин. Мы тут на... Кудачек лучше, наверное, зажигать.
Calm before the storm and all that.
Hope you're right about this, Captain.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
Да, неопределенно всем не нравится.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Так-то
To your
подсонялся.
credit, Captain, you are one of the colony's finest specialists. Your technical abilities are beyond reproach. For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon, and therefore you are my
Интересно, почему я
enemy.
самый крутой специалист, у меня не до конца прокачан.
You make a nuanced and compelling argument. Here's my rebuttal.
Ну ты, наверное, очень
No.
высокого уровня, да?
Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to beat it out of him. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony.
От чего спасать-то?
Fair enough. I'm giving you exactly one chance to parley with me. This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically, or something.
Ёптись-мопсись. Так. Что у меня по броне? 41. Мне нужна более мощная броня. 54. 54. Починить. Починить все. Так. 74. Тут прокачаться бы, конечно. Но тоже сомневается. А чё, он сейчас не залетел? Бля, она бесконечно, что ли, вызывает? А, нет, все те же. Так. О, блин! Ты чё-то хорош, блин. Хорош, хорош. Скотина, опять полетели. Я... Он лечится, мне вот интересно. А чё? Слушай, это мне интересно. А чё ж как много-то вылетело, а? Да ёлки-палки, а? Ничего себе, их вылетело. Ты еще остался где? Ключ карты. Хорошо мы подрались. Честно вам скажу, прям это. Польза от вас была, прям. Патронов-то у меня ни хера не осталось, да? Ну да. Магазин можно где-нибудь найти?
Why won't you just die?
А, поговорили, да, вообще. Чё? Такое ощущение, что я сейчас это сделаю, и он сдохнет. Уровень 30, а?
You made it. I can hardly believe my eyes. You didn't have to do this, you know. Risk your life just to save mine. I'm all right. Akande wanted my cooperation, and she was prepared to beat it out of me. If you hadn't arrived, I might have given it. You've left the board in tatters, but Halcyon is still on the verge of starvation. I just hope we're not too late. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. I wish I could be as optimistic as you, but we have a serious problem on our hands. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
They haven't exactly been hands-on around here anyway. So there's one less rubber stamp to worry about.
Earth is humanity's home planet, Miss Fenhill. The psychological effects of losing our original home will be devastating.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own. Earth isn't going to help us. No one's going to help us now. We're alone out here, and I don't know if we're going to survive. I had hoped your fellow colonists might hold the key to saving Halcyon, but I don't have nearly enough chemicals to revive them all. I'll do what I can. I just hope it's not too late. It's time I return to my lab. I'll try to save as many of the Hope's colonists as I can. You're under no obligation to help me. You've done enough already. I had a feeling you might say that. If you want to part ways with me, I can hardly blame you. I've spent 35 years obsessing over the Hope's colonists. My failures are my own. I don't want you to waste your life trying to help me pay for my own mistakes. We were going to save this colony, you know. That's what I told myself when I pulled you from the Hope. You and I were going to set everything right. Now, I don't know what to think. Earth is gone, and we're going to need a miracle to survive another generation. I always suspected Halcyon might collapse one day. I just thought we would have more time.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority.
Во второй части, скорее всего, там какая-то жопа прилетит,
The damage they
которая
left
уничтожила
behind
всех.
would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny.
Обалдеть, здесь есть достижение убить... использовать 300 раз ингалятор. Я использовал меньше.
And when the sulfur cloud settled, only stragglers from both factions remained. Some found their way to Sublight, some to Terra 2, and some lived their final years fighting for food in the wilderness. In the end, only the beasts remained. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took Sublight Salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the Sublight family together. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. It was said that the first corpse that fed her garden belonged to Reed Thompson. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some
у меня есть
uncomfortable
достижение
realities
убить врага,
about the
получившего
state of Halcyon.
C5 тип
While
урона.
Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them
Самое,
little
наверное,
choice in the matter.
минимальное достижение в моей
Nearly everyone
коллекции
had to learn to make do with less.
по этой игре.
Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people.
Мне, кстати, понравилось.
With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally
12,4%
able
людей
to afford
выполнили
a ship
вихрь
of her own.
стихий.
She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He was never able to come to terms with his own past, troubled by the decision of placing all his faith in the first colonist he ever revived, the infamous captain of the Unreliable. The revival project yielded mixed results. Phineas, weighed down by limited support and his own guilt, struggled to revive more than a handful of scientists and engineers. They made a heroic effort to solve the colony's problems, but with small numbers and facing long odds, their solutions never caught on. Only a few of the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Wells died before he could see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a haunted man, crushed by the guilt of his failures. Small, petty factions squabble over what remains of the colony. Every attempt to reach out to Halcyon's neighbors is met with silence. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus and left Dr. Wells to his own devices. The affairs of the colony never distracted you from living out your own dreams, to captain a ship, to sail the ether, and to earn a reputation as the greatest spacer Halcyon ever had. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Так, во что мне теперь играть в персону? Ну вот это вот все, я не хочу. Ага. Так. Хочу это задание все-таки выполнить. Так. Знаешь, какое мы задание? Вот это надо. Отдам я модуль Санджа, потому что Грэм мне не нравится, он какой-то придурок. Если я правильно понимаю, кто Грэм, а кто Санджа.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Да. У этого хотя бы, ну... Хотя бы правильная эта позиция.
If the iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet? I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the iconoclasts. They're all mad! And what's more, they left us! I don't see any way for us to work together. Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir.
Это она все этим управляет.
The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish. Normally, I'd find this kind of talk from you quite invigorating. But this is a difficult moment for me. Still, perhaps you have a point. Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts. That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo.
There ain't a body on this planet that can keep a group patched up like she has. I don't know how she does it.
I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first. Excellent. Her review would be in the Rizzo offices in Cascadia. Bring it to me, and I'll see if she's qualified. Excellent! At last, we have what we need.
I wouldn't get excited just yet.
Их может переговор.
It looks like the iconoclasts followed you. I have word they're gathering in the ruins outside of town.
I'm afraid we've got to fight them. They'd knock our walls down trying to get that module. It looks like this means... war.
She's right, sir. You don't sound very convincing.
Well, I didn't ask for a performance review, did I? I'll lock the south gate to keep them out. You'll have to approach from the north. Good luck.
Их, оказывается, можно помирить. Прикольно. А давай попробуем помирить ради интереса. Ну, перебить-то всех я и так смогу. А это, наверное, нет. Уже спать охота.
We're now in orbit above stellar Bay, Captain. Good luck, Captain.
If the iconic... There... yeah. Suppose... That's... I'd be... Excellent.
Мы пошли поболтаем. Что я не понял, это что такое? Спать надо идти. Елки-палки, забыл. А, здесь я, наверное, должен почитать это. Так, и что теперь? О.
I smell blood!
Покрасьте.
Hey, Captain. I need your help, and we ought to keep it hush-hush. You know about what happened here, right? The history of Amber Heights?
Famous pirate raid, right? A little messy for my tastes, but those guys were in and out like pros.
Right. Common belief is that the pirates fled to an old relay station that had already been abandoned, but nobody could find them. The station's locked up, but one of my people found an old data cartridge in a nearby rat nest. It's mostly corrupted, but I pulled a couple codes off of it. One is the code to the Amber Heights gate. I don't recognize the other, but it's similar. I bet it opens a door. I know it's a long shot, but if we miss something there, if you can get into that station, maybe we can get some answers. Right. The access codes to Amber Heights. What gets me is, if this belonged to the pirates, that means they knew someone there. If someone gave them the gate code, all those deaths, Captain, all that blood is on their hands. Just a warning. The area is
Я думаю, я
infested
сейчас
with
предложу все
mantisaurs.
это закончить.
I'd send some help, but we're, preparing for war. Appreciate it. Here's the code. If it works, bring back anything you find. Supplies are best, but information's good too. If someone was behind the Amber Heights massacre, it'd give a lot of people around here some closure to find out who and string them up. Good luck. Watch out for the Taros.
Подожди. Дерьмо. Я, честно говоря, думал об город телепортнуться. Прикольно, что ведь можно прям по ходу дела так бах-бах.
Any luck bringing the iconoclast to the bargaining table? I don't like the idea that they'll be trying for that module while we delay. Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified.
If it weren't for her, I'd wager the iconoclast would have died off a while ago.
I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms.
То есть теперь мне надо ее, что ли, уговорить? Так.
Welcome back. You find anything out there?
Бля, мне дают задание сначала надо выполнить.
The gunship. Have you secured its targeting module?
Блин. Это сначала выполнить. А, пойду спать. Может, завтра выполнить. Ой, спать хочется. Тут много горит.
Nice going.
Welcome back. You find anything out there? Let's see. These are old. Looks like correspondences between the pirates. Some bits here, some there, some... Wait. This one's got the Amber Heights gate code on it. Just like the one I found earlier. And here's... a letter. Wait, this is from Graham. Oh, of all the... Captain. He gave them the gate codes. Watch it. That's our leader you're talking about. My friend. I know he's got his head in the clouds, but I always believed there was a core of good there. What the hell happened to live and let live? Look, I need to think. Plan. Figure out if I should talk to him or shoot him. Or both. Just don't give him the module yet. Give me a little time. I'll meet you at his place. Go take a walk, Captain. I'll find you once my head's on straight. Go take a walk, Captain.
Please. Вали его и договаривайся о мире, и все будет зачетик.
Captain, we should chat. Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the iconoclast surviving is...
Давай.
We depose him. Yeah. Hell, most of our people listen to me already. I'm going to confront him. Can I count on your support?
Да.
Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Sora. Time to save Monarch.
Давай, потом я тебе предложу это сделаю, ты сделаешь, и все закончится хорошо. Давай. А может я вам просто башку снесу сразу, а? Ну как бы, чё тянуть?
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats. Stand down. I'm afraid I don't understand, Captain.
You're running the iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the eternal path. It's time to step down.
The troops. Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
Того.
I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
Да ты сдохнешь.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. But I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No. Guilty? I didn't mean for them to die. I'm not a monster. Of course I feel fucking guilty. I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
Как это шло?
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
Incoming! Where's the last of them?
That's how we fucking do it. Well, Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong. You've got the... Void held me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship.
Я принес тебе больше.
I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line. Yeah, well, we'll die Fuck. I sound like Graham. Throwing lives at a problem. I've lost a hell of a lot to this fight. Graham would never agree to this, but I'm starting to realize how often he led us astray. All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance. Well then. I've got to prepare a few just-in-case measures, but when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.
Можно убить их обоих и получить это. А, кстати, можно это... У всех трех фракций минимальное значение. А, что здесь я могу стыбить? Как много... Я не хотел спать. Я вообще не знаю, зачем я это собираю, поскольку игру я уже прошел, явно я не собираюсь.
Hey, thanks for coming.
I wish I'd had more time to prepare a proper analysis on the costs and benefits of your proposed union, but I suppose we'll have to improvise.
Gotta admit, I really thought I was walking into a trap here. I'm ready.
I get the feeling this is gonna take a while.
Sanjar, Stellar Bay's got food and walls. And my people need both. If you'll have us, we're willing to share the space.
Do you have any idea what that would cost? Why, drawing up the budget alone is going to take weeks.
Просто поддержат ваши линии.
Not good enough. I need to move a fair amount of my people into the city. We need shelter, Captain. Suppose some of our healthier folk could offer aid. Some of us need to stay in the city proper, though.
Well, I'll be damned. If you two can work together, maybe there's some hope for this place after all.
Truly, a compromise? I'm not sure I'd ever have heard as much from Graham.
Graham was a murderous fiend, and I'd be shocked if you didn't already know that. His friend? Are you fucking kidding me, Captain? I've been standing with Graham for the better part of a decade, while this paperclip cowboy sat behind his walls.
This feels like one of those times when everyone at headquarters but me is laughing at something, but you two aren't laughing.
Amber Heights, you haulhead. 10 years ago, Graham had all those people killed.
What? That's not possible. Even for him, that's going too far. But that means... I had no idea, I swear. Look, we were both fed up with corporate leadership, but I never guessed he'd do something like that.
I buy it. Sanjar ain't capable of hurting a sprat, even from a distance.
You can't take bureaucrats at their word. You back someone into a corner like this, and they'll say anything to get out of it. Okay. You're right. Sorry. It'll take me a while to get over losing Graham.
You know, I felt the same way years ago, when he first left. You know, there was something magnetic about him that let you ignore the things you didn't want to see. But surely you know what that's like.
Yeah, I do. Okay, if you're willing to house and supply some of us, I'll have our more capable soldiers help out.
As am I. Oh, I can feel my blood pressure lowering already.
Thanks for coming out, Sanjar.
Oh, чё,
Guess I'll see you at Stellar Bay.
Gotta be honest, Captain. Never thought I'd see the day. You've done a good thing for Monarch here.
Can we talk?
Кто со мной хочет поговорить? Ладно, все, на этом на сегодня точно все. Я наигрался. Пора спать.